All right, let's dive into a material that is so common, you've probably never really stopped to think about it. But I promise you, by the end of this, you're going to see it in a completely new light as the true unsung hero of our modern world.
So, let's kick this off with a little riddle. What do you think a simple soda can, a massive jet airplane flying miles above the Earth, and that sleek smartphone you're probably holding right now, what do they all have in common?
You got it. It's aluminum. And it's so much more than just some boring metal. It's this hidden wonder that's light enough to help us fly, strong enough to protect our most valuable tech, and cheap enough to hold our drinks. It's literally shaping our world in ways we just don't even notice.
Now, you might think you know aluminum, but let's really get down to what it is at its core.
Okay, so on a basic scientific level, this is it. It's element number 13 on the periodic table. Simple, right? A silvery white metal. But that very simple definition is hiding a whole world of incredible capabilities.
And this is where it gets really interesting. We're not just talking about some simple properties you'd read in a textbook. We're talking about what are essentially superpowers that make aluminum one of the most versatile materials on the entire planet.
Its most famous power? It's unbelievably light. I mean, look at this number. That's its density compared to steel. It has just 1/3 the weight. All of a sudden, it makes a lot of sense why our planes can actually get off the ground and fly so efficiently, right?
But being lightweight? Oh, that's just the beginning. Aluminum is also a fantastic conductor of both heat and electricity. It's super reflective, which is amazing for things like insulation and energy efficiency. And get this, it naturally protects itself from rust. It forms this thin, tough little shield of oxide on its surface. And oh yeah, magnets don't bother it at all. Every single one of these is a superpower.
But here's the twist. For all of its amazing powers, pure aluminum is, well, it's actually pretty soft. So how in the world do we make it strong enough for something like an airplane? Well, it all comes down to the recipe.
This is the key. You have to understand that we almost never use pure aluminum for anything structural. Its true potential, its real strength, gets unlocked through something called alloying, which is basically just a fancy word for mixing it with other elements to cook up a much stronger final product.
You can honestly think of it like a cookbook. You start with your base ingredient, pure 1000 series aluminum. That's great for things like foil. But let's say you want to build a plane. You add a dash of copper and boom, you get a 2000 series alloy for the fuselage. Need something that won't corrode in your fridge? Just add some manganese for a 30,000 series. And for the absolute highest strength possible, like for a critical part like an airplane wing, you add zinc. That gets you a 7000 series alloy. Every addition creates a totally new material for a totally new job.
Okay, so now that we know all of aluminum's secrets, let's see how it actually stacks up when you put it head-to-head against the competition.
First up, the big one, stainless steel. And the trade-off here is crystal clear. Yeah, steel is stronger, but it's nearly 3 times heavier. And check out the thermal conductivity. Aluminum's ability to transfer heat so well is why it's perfect for high-end cookware, while steel is actually a pretty poor conductor. So anytime weight and heat are major factors, aluminum has a huge advantage.
All right, next up, titanium. Now this is the premium stuff. It's stronger, it's more heat resistant, and it's even more corrosion resistant than aluminum. It's what you use for the most demanding jobs out there. But all that extra performance comes with a much higher price tag. And this really highlights aluminum's biggest advantage. It hits this perfect sweet spot between amazing performance and affordability.
We've covered its lightness and its strength, but aluminum has one more superpower. And you know what? It might just be the most important one for our future. I like to call it the forever metal. And this quote just says it all. Unlike so many other materials that get weaker or degrade when you recycle them, aluminum can be melted down and reformed into brand new high-quality products over and over and over again, without losing any of its amazing properties.
And if you need one statistic to just blow your mind today, here it is, 5%. Recycling aluminum uses only 5% of the energy it takes to make it from scratch out of the ground. That is a 95% energy saving every single time.
So, let's wrap this up. We've seen that aluminum is light, it's strong, it's incredibly versatile, and it's endlessly recyclable. It's been a foundational material of our world for a long time. And that brings us to one final, really important question. Knowing that we have this forever metal, What new challenges should we use it to solve? What should we build with it next?